What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kai Gibson, aka Real Secrets. And today we got another fire topic to be able to drop on y'all today. I know usually on the channel we usually go over newly open businesses, but what if it's in a situation to where, hey, listen, I understand that most banks require over 2 years for my business, so I want to be able to skip past the line. Majority of people don't know that there's multiple ways to be able to either go out and buy Age Corporation to where we're able to skip past all the qualifications that a regular bank would normally give you. So how do we actually do this, and what is the benefits of going out and buying the Age Corporation? We're gonna go over this all inside of this one YouTube video, how to be able to get an Age Corporation, what's the benefits of them, and how can it really affect my funding for my business. All right. Once again, if you guys are on this channel and you're not yet a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. That way you'll be notified every time your boy drops a new video. So whether you're a newly open business or you go out and buy Age Corporation, I first want to be able to break it down to you guys so you can have a better understanding of it. Because most people think that just because I filed my LLC last month, means that, hey, listen, I got to wait a couple of years off to be able to get myself funded. And that's not the case. What I give the scenario is imagine that you had a newborn baby, right? The baby ends up turning 18 years old and wants to be able to go out and get his first apartment, right? First apartment or car. When they go out to be able to get their first apartment, and the apartment tells them, hey, listen, you have no financial history, you have no credit history when we look you up. So they're going to tell him two things. Either he's going to be able to receive a denial, or you can have a co-signer to come over to personal guarantee you for this apartment and you'll still be able to get in. Somebody that can come over and sign off and say, hey, listen, I will hold that weight for them. I have the financials. I have the credit history, right? The same thing is treated when it comes to your business. So I treat a business the exact same way. If I start a business up today, I know that it has no financial history. I know that it has no credit history. So somebody has to be able to back the business up to say, hey, listen, I will personal guarantee for this $25,000 for this business. I will personal guarantee for this car. Because when you look at my personal credit report, it shows that I'm responsible enough to be able to take on this for the business. And the beneficial side of this is that I'm going over and getting things underneath my business name. See, this is the problem that happens the majority of the time. A lot of people try to go out and get a lot of different things underneath their personal credit, history, like the car, the credit cards, the house, the phones. And the issue with this is first of all, it's underneath their personal name. So if anything ever goes bad, it reports to the personal collections. The whole benefit of actually using your personal credit to go over to business, when I go over and use my personal credit to get approved for a business credit card, the business credit card is no longer reporting to my personal. And if I ever lose it, if I ever can no longer pay it off, I don't have to worry about it reporting to personal collections because it is now on the EIN. It is attached to the EIN number instead of the SSN number, right? So there's multiple ways to be able to get yourself funded with a newly open business. But what about for the banks that actually require these 2 years worth of history? Let's go over first, what are the 3 requirements that a bank actually requires from a business in order to be able to receive funding? All right. First, it's going to be at least 2 years worth of history. So you have to be able to come inside of a traditional bank with at least 2 years worth of history. This is the main thing. They want history from a business. The longer the history, the more you're actually able to see in funding when it comes to your business. All right. That's as simple as that. If I have 2 years worth of business, my funding is going to reflect off that. If I have 5 years in business, my funding is going to reflect off of that. All right. So the longer years I have in history, the more I'm actually able to see on the funding side. Second thing is, and this is something I talk on the channel a lot about, they don't want y'all to seem money thirsty. A lot of y'all going to the banks already looking money thirsty simply because your personal credit report is not on point. See, when we go out and ask this bank and this bank and this bank, when we ask more than 3 banks for money and then we come to another one last and ask them for money, we are now looking money thirsty because they can see on your report, hey, listen, this man is from this bank and this bank. They applying for credit everywhere. Seems like they don't have the money. And this is going to be an issue where they start holding the money back from you instead of throwing it at your business, right? You want them to throw the money at your business, not hold it back. When they get cautious, that's only because they see on your profile that you're going out and asking so many banks for money. So they're like, damn, if we give you the money, you just gonna go out and ask more people for money and get yourself in more debt that you can't no longer pay off. All right. So that's gonna be the second thing that banks actually look for. And the third thing, we want to be able to make sure that our credit limits. I'd like to teach my students something called comparable credit. Also, for the people that's inside of the YouTube video, if you want to be able to get in touch with your boy, you want mentorship saying, hey, listen, I need to be able to take my business to the next level, but I need guidance. Mentorship is down below. Rich Secrets University is available for the average person that does not know one single thing about creating a business and how to be able to actually go out and get it funded within the next 30 to 60 days. That will be inside of the comment section, also description section for you guys. So make sure y'all tap in with your boy. All right. But we want to make sure that we have comparable credit before we even walk inside of the bank. This is how we're going to know we're going to be walking out with approval. If we understand comparable credit. If I'm using my personal credit in order to be able to go out and get a business funded, I need to know that I have to have comparable credit on my personal side in order to be able to get it on the business. What does this mean? Comparable credit means, hey, listen, if I'm going out and seeking for my business, and I'm looking for at least a $25,000 to $50,000 business credit card, I need to have comparable credit on my personal side to this. So I need to have somewhere around $30,000 to $25,000 reporting on my personal credit score to be able to reflect and go back on the business side and say, listen, we'll give you $50,000. We see on your personal credit profile that you can hold that you've been holding $25,000 for at least 2 years, right? Here's another thing. A lot of y'all think that when we're going out and getting these personal credit cards or lines of credit that, hey, I'm good. Like I got a $15,000 line of credit reporting on my personal side. But the problem is if banks are looking for history, not only when it comes to your business, but your personal credit report, then hold on. I can't just start a $15,000 credit line today and wait till 2 months and hoping I can go out and get funding for my business. That ain't how it works. They gonna see, hey, listen, you gotta hold that line a little bit longer. You only had it for 2 months. We require at least 2 years of history. So what does that mean? You put yourself in a situation of information. This is why I say sometimes, like, what is the information that you don't know costing you? Like the information that I didn't know was costing me to be broke. So like, what is the information that you don't have right now? What is that costing you? And how can you get to that information? Because the only thing that'll be able to change your life is if you get access to information that not the average person got access to. That's the only how. Difference between the rich and the poor, the information that they got access to. And that's it. All right. So comparable credit says if I'm trying to be able to go out and get $50,000 for my business, I need to make sure I have somewhere at least $25,000 to $30,000 reporting in trade lines on my personal credit score. Now, how do we get that? How do we skip past the line when it comes to our credit, our trade lines on our personal credit score? I'm gonna let y'all know right now. It's not going out and getting new personal credit cards. It's not going out and getting a new car note that you can pay so you can show that you can actually, you're responsible when it comes to your credit. It's not any of these things. It's actually going out and purchasing age trade lines. Now you have two types of trade lines that you have to be able to get, all right? And we're gonna go a little bit more in detail on a different video about one of them, right? But the first one is gonna be age trade lines. It's just regular age trade lines, right? You can literally go out and get age trade lines up to 5 years. All right. So that means I can go out and purchase today an age trade line of a limit of $15,000. Right. And this is considered as an authorized user too. Before we go out and buy the age trade lines, the first method to be able to use is to go out and use a family member or friend. If they have a $10,000 personal credit card that they've had for at least 2 years, and they got good payment history, first call them up. Before you go out and purchase a trade line, call them up and say, listen, I heard that you've had your credit card for at least 2 years and you've been paying on a positive payment. Can you add me on as an authorized user? When they add you on as an authorized user, that $15,000 line is now going to report to your personal credit score and show that you've had it for 2 years. See, this is how the trade line game works, right? Now I get at least 3 or 4 of these trade lines added on. Now I'm ready to use the comparable credit game. All right. I got 3 trade lines, age trade lines with 2 years that are now reporting on my personal credit score. So that means I got 15, 30, 45, $45,000 reporting in 2 years of all these lines on my personal credit score. So now when I go back and I double back and I try to get a newly open business funded, guess what? I'm ready to go ahead and pull out that 50 to 100K. Simply because I got comparable credit to it, right? So we don't want to step inside the banks before we even know we're gonna go inside approval. How many of y'all are going inside of an apartment and you don't know you don't know the requirements of the apartment, so 9 times out of 10, you're gonna walk out with a denial. I'm just saying, I can't make this information up. I can't make this information up. Everybody that's made it to this house, make sure you drop a fire sign down below, right? So, an age corporation would allow you guys to be able to skip past a lot of these qualifications. And the main thing you guys want to be able to know is more money is in it for you. When I go out and buy an age corporation, not only am I skipping past a lot of the requirements that the banks require from the average business, but I'm able to be able to receive more than the average business. All right. So I automatically skip past that. I don't want to start a new business up today and wait the 2 years. So you know what? I go to a website like corporationstoday.com and I purchase me an age corporation. The longer the years I purchase it, the more it's going to cost, but the more I'm able to actually receive in funding when it comes to the business, right? I'm moving swift. I'm moving fast. I'm skipping past these qualifications, even if I go to a no documentation bank, which usually funds newly open businesses. I'm receiving more money than the average person that walks in with a newly open business, because my business I bought today and it's automatically 5 years old. I bought a business that's 5 years old, right? I automatically got history tied to it. So that way, when I walk inside of the bank, I'm already walking in with seniority. I'm already walking in with stats. The only problem with this is, and I got to give y'all a con when it comes to going out and buying an age corporation, you're not going to have tax returns when it comes to it. And usually a business that's over 2 years, they're requiring tax returns for it. All right. So another thing is you're not going to have income. You're not going to have proof of income when it comes to these businesses. This is why I tell people to still approach no documentation banks. Even though I have a age corporation, I still should approach no documentation banks because they're not going to ask me for the proof of income or tax returns. All right. This is where it gets real spicy for a lot of y'all. Okay. Because I'm aware that I can go out and get an age corporation, but at the same time, what if I go out to a bank and I get hit with these things? Oh, we're going to need 2 years worth of tax returns from your business and you don't have it. So therefore, I'm no longer able to be able to get funding. Well, the ways to get around it is approaching no documentation banks. All right. So like I said, once again, one of the sites you guys will be able to go over and get your age corporation is going to be corporationstoday.com. All right. Yeah, it's going to be various amounts. Now, it's only going to be in certain amount of states that you guys can get it from this website. I only encourage y'all to go to the websites that I'm knowledgeable of and that my people have actually used, okay? And that's going to be corporationstoday.com. Hopefully this video was able to help y'all out a lot. If y'all have not yet, y'all made it to the end of this video, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, make sure y'all hit that like button, and turn up for your boy one time, all right? Until next time, it's your boy Rich Secrets, and we out.